Hey everyone, Deane here, and welcome to the Quantum Health Hacks with Zach. Video 3, I'm having a lot of fun doing these, and I hope you are too. The last couple of videos have been super powerful, but in this video, I want to share with you 3 hacks, 3 fundamental, transformational pieces of health knowledge that I've picked up on my journey that have totally helped me and my clients over the years. Number 1 is blue light. I'm going to share with you the effects of blue light on the body, affecting our sleep, and energy and cravings and weight and recovery and mental health issues. We're going to talk about blue light and the effects, as well as a simple strategy on how to reduce the blue light in our environment. It's a game changer. I'm going to also talk about EMF, the electromagnetic frequencies around our environment that are causing distress and disharmony in our body, and how to reduce them, like 99.7%, how to reduce 99.7% of the radiation with one simple tip. I'm going to share that with you, as well as talk about 2 different types of frequency therapy. One is red light therapy, and another is microcurrent frequency therapy. Fundamentals. Number 1, let's get straight into it. Where did this journey start for me, right? I studied health and nutrition many years ago, helping hundreds of people online through my YouTube channel, health and workshops around the country. And this piece of information I'm going to share with you right now blew my socks off. It helped me realize that food and exercise weren't it. It helped me realize that what my normal healthy routines were was only a tip of the iceberg in terms of how our body actually works. What this book is, it's called Light That Heals. Light That Heals by Donna Fisher, an amazing lady here in the Gold Coast. And she also quotes a book by a guy called Robert Obecker, Body Electric. And this is an incredible book. But really quickly, he says that chronic exposure to these fields is a component cause for the origin of cancers. That's a big statement. This book and chapter also goes on and talks about Dr. Samuel Milham. He talks about a study in 2009 where in America, they turned the electricity on in 48 states, and the effects of the electricity on the people's health, whether it was cancers, heart disease, diabetes, suicide, mental health issues, and the effects on that of just putting electricity on in those cities. He goes on to talk about Amish people, right? Amish people, they've are quite reserved in their level of technology that they uptake within their community. And he talks about how there was a massive reduction in all the man-made diseases in the Amish community because they linked it to the light and the electricity that they didn't have in their environment. So that was really fascinating. It also talks about ADHD and the effects of light and frequencies on ADHD. So I think these are massive issues right now. Suicide, depression, anxiety, mental health issues have been rampant within my family and community. And what if by changing the lights and the frequencies and the electricity around our home and our space, it could completely shift our health. This has nothing to do with food anymore, guys. It has nothing to do with supplementation. It has nothing to do with exercise. This has to do with the invisible. And when you look at the invisible, right, let's look at the spectrum of light. I want to share with you this really cool strategy to reduce blue light. But really quickly, when you look at there's frequencies that damage the body, like X-rays and radiation and things like that. And you look at frequencies that heal the body, like light and sunlight. The light spectrum is only 1% of the 100%. The other 99% are frequencies and light frequencies that we can't see. We can only see 1% of the light spectrum. That blows my mind, right? There's frequencies around me right now that I'm going to show you with a little device on how to pick up the frequencies and distance ourselves from these harmful frequencies. And so what actually happens is in this day and age, with the invention of electricity, with the invention of light, and Nikola Tesla, he's the one that lit the world. He talks about if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of frequency, energy, and vibration. And so, the lights that you're, seeing me through right now, through the laptop, the phone, the lights in your room and things like that, these aren't natural. They're just not. And we're not designed, our body hasn't evolved to support us being exposed to these frequencies. And these frequencies at nighttime, particularly blue light from our phones, laptops, computers, and etc., they stress out the body. And in particular, they kind of it's like you're putting the accelerator on in the car, but you're also putting the brake on at the exact same time. And it's revving and stimulating the mitochondria and stimulating the energy, and it's aging us a lot quicker. And so you know, whether you're talking about sleep, blue light actually reduces melatonin, which then reduces our sleep, and our serotonin and dopamine, which is the happy, high feeling hormones. And so if you can boost your melatonin, you can have a better night's sleep. You can feel this great rejuvenation the next day. You can feel a lot more energy and vitality the next day as well. So how do you reduce the blue light? For one, on your phone, put it on night mode at nighttime. Really easy. You can get apps that actually block it out. On your laptop, Iris Tech or Flux. Iris Tech is awesome. You can change the frequencies and the red light and the blue light completely. It's amazing at nighttime. So if you're on your laptop and you find your mind is racing all the time at nighttime, it has to do a lot to do with the light that we're exposed to. And then the other part is our eye. You know, in the first video, we spoke about how light actually penetrates the eye. It creates nutrition. There's 137 million different receptors in the eye, but these invisible light frequencies come into the eye. They have photon receptors that pick up these energy light frequencies and oscillate and make chemical reactions and hormones and nutrition for our body. It's crazy, okay? And so we'll go into that later on, but you think about those ancients or, you know, ancient civilizations that lived on the land. They ate minimal amounts of food and they were incredibly ripped and strong and healthy. How was that? Because they got their energy from the earth. They were grounded. They didn't wear shoes. They were exposed to the normal light frequencies through the eye and on their skin. They weren't wearing clothes, and they weren't around all these fake lights in an office. You know, it's just common sense. When you look at the basics, you know, our body never lies. So a great way to support ourselves and block out the blue light are these blue blocking glasses. Okay, there's lots of different types online and out there on the market. These block out 100% of the blue light. These block out 59%. These are great during the daytime if you don't want to look too strange, you know, in the office. But also, these are great for driving as well, because these are a bit dark for driving. Use these an hour, 2 hours before you go to bed at nighttime at home. Don't drive with them. And these will literally help you turn off at nighttime that running, chattering voice. Will calm and chill out. So I can't speak highly of this enough. Somewhere around this video, I'll have a link to share with you. It could be up, could be below this video. Also, guys, at nighttime, in terms of light, try to use candles. You know, we're going to talk about red light in a minute. Using red light and more calming amber, even light bulbs you can use to change the frequencies at nighttime. And that will help your body get into more of a reparative sleep. Secondly, what I want to talk about real quick as well is EMF Protection. You know, right now I've got an EMF meter, right? This is an incredible brand. I don't have a particular recommendation of brand that you can buy. Check them out online. If I find one, it will be in the video somewhere here that I can link for you. But this actually registers whether there's radiation of internet, right? Right now there's a red level of unsafe radiation in this room. If I get further and further away from the router, it's becoming more and more green. And that's what you want. The distance and the sound is letting you know this is not safe and that is safe. And so the other thing, it also does magnetic, right? Magnetic, what's going on around the body. Magnetic, which is power lines and electricity, as well as electricity from my laptop that's going off the charts right now. My laptop and the power lines. So I moved my whole room around because I was figuring out where the electrical lines were in my room, and I didn't want my head to be right next to it. And also turning routers off and the internet off on our phone, things like that, is a massive benefit to sleep if you're looking to improve your sleep. The other little tip is using flight mode. You can actually go into the settings, right? The top left is flight mode. By doing that, it's totally turning off all of the radiation. And with my EMF meter, I can check that. It turns off all of the EMF. If you ever have it in your pocket, or a lot of women are now getting breast cancer, they're putting their phones in their top, right? And that's stimulating cells, and the microwaves and the frequencies and the radiation is causing irritation for some people. So that's a big recommendation. Start putting your phone on flight mode. If you go into mobile, and if you go data roaming and 3G, if I go to 4G right now, it's going to turn the internet off, so the video will be broken. But I'm on 3G. And so most people are on 4G, and you know, soon there'll be 5G. But 4G, between 4G and 3G, the reduction in radiation is 99.7%. That's a massive reduction in radiation just from our phone, just from changing that. It's going to get slower. The upload speed will be a little bit slower for, you know, your social media and things like that. So when you need it for fast internet, click it back up to 4G. All right, guys. So lastly, I want to share with you frequency therapy. behind this wall, I actually have a red light panel. I might actually just show you this real quick. This has been a huge boost in my energy and my vitality and my sleep. It's a little bit dark here, guys, and it's going to get super, super red here in a minute. 3, 2, 1. And this is the red light. And so I've got it set up here in the corner. Ideally, you know, this is used to actually stimulate recovery of muscles and joints and ligaments and collagen. It actually helps put energy back into the body to repair through a light frequency. And it actually boosts fibroblasts. They're the building blocks of the fiber in our body. They're the building blocks of the collagen in our face. They're the building blocks of the cartilage and the muscles and all the parts of our body that has fiber. This helps stimulate the repair of fiber. And it also helps stimulate the recovery of our mitochondria. You know, we were in the sunrise, we were looking at the red light. The first 10, 15 minutes of the sunrise or the sunset is the best time to get in the sun. And so this, if you can't get to the sun, get one of these. This has, it's a massive panel. I'll put a link in the video somewhere on this page somewhere as well. Get either a small one if you want to travel, or getting a big unit like this helps you stand in front of it, ideally naked. Oh my gosh, it's so red here. So this is what I use at nighttime. Instead of candles, instead of normal, you know, really bad fake light, I use this at nighttime, and it's really calming and chilling out. It helps me sleep a lot. Lastly, guys, hopefully this has been beneficial for you. Lastly, I want to talk about frequency therapy when it comes to microcurrent. So this is called the HEALY device. This is a frequency therapy machine from Germany. It's based on a $20,000 €20,000 machine called Time Waver. For 13 years, they've been using this in practice. Doctors, high-end practitioners are using this to support the body's natural voltage through microcurrent. And so it literally, one of my mentors introduced this to me. You hold it in your hand through an app. It actually, with the crystal inside of here, pinpoints what's out of balance. It could be skin, it could be hair, it could be eyes, it could be digestion, heart, meridians, chakras, it could be anxiety, sleep, energy, all these different things, 120 different types. And this pinpoints which one is most out of balance in your body right now. And then you go to the other app and you put the frequency either onto your wrists here, onto sticky pads, onto pain, or also little ear clips for your ears. It's amazing. It's portable. It's easy. You can turn the Bluetooth off, so there's less radiation. There's no Bluetooth, right? No EMF. And it's all about helping the cell voltage boost the energy in the body through our mitochondria, which is the energy packs of our body. And it helps the regeneration process. And so it's amazing. If you want to learn more about it, there's going to be a link up and around this video somewhere as well. But it all goes back to Robert O'Becker. So I brought him up after sharing with you the Light That Heals book. And this guy was amazing. Okay, he was totally ahead of his time. He researched the regeneration process of salamander lizards. A salamander lizard, when you cut its leg off or its arm off, or its here it is. When you cut its leg off or its arm, this is a salamander, its regeneration process is amazing. It will actually regenerate its arm or tail or leg or whatever it is to a perfect form. But they then studied frogs. And from a frog, they cut its leg off or its arm off, and it didn't regenerate naturally, but the salamander did. And so what did they do? They pinpointed the electrical charge that the salamander created. They then directed it onto the frog, and guess what happened to the frog's arm? It started to regenerate through a specific microcurrent. They also, I'll read this one of the quote here as well, guys. Okay, this is what it said. It said that they applied extra current using small batteries to a group of newly lopped plants, augmenting the regeneration current. These battery-assisted plants restored their branches up to 3 times faster than the controlled group. So plants, right? This indoor plant here, if I hook that up to a specific microcurrent, it regenerated itself 3 times faster than a normal plant. Isn't that amazing? So our body, every reaction is an electric reaction, every single part of it. And so this machine works on those subtle frequencies to help stimulate the reparative process through microcurrent. This has been amazing. If you want to learn about it, you know, it's available in some parts of the world. get in touch, and I can share with you a little bit more about that. But it's helped me a lot with reducing pain in my jaw, tension in my arm from some injuries. 80% of the pain gone in a very short period of time, less than an hour. I then have found it helped me with stress, anxiety, to really balance and stay calm. It's also helped me with my sleep as well, the ear electrodes, as well as helping me with my energy and my immune system. You know, it's been quite stressful the last couple of months, and I've used it to support me through these ones right here. I've got Being right now. It's keeping me calm and relaxed. And it's been a massive, massive support for me. So let's just recap what we went through. We went through 1 is blue light. EMFs was 2, and frequency therapy was 3. We went through the blue blocking glasses. I highly recommend those. They're going to totally transform your sleep and your health and help you get into that circadian rhythm that we've been talking about for the last couple of, or that first video that we did. We then spoke about EMF protection. And lastly, we spoke about red light therapy. We spoke about turning your phone on flight mode. And we spoke about the HEALY as well. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. If you have any questions or feedback or anything you'd like to know, please let me know. Would love to hear from you. And look forward to sharing with you the next tip tomorrow. Stay tuned, guys, and have an amazing day.